give us a little sense on your personal background. Before starting Apollo Search Partners, you had a very robust background in the financial services sectors, in banking, you were a bond trader. How does one go about that transition? And it seems like you've been able to successfully reinvent your career. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
So my journey was on Wall Street, graduated college in the 90s, and very successful on Wall Street. 2008, 2009 hit, and the compensation wasn't just cash, it was equities in a bank. And the bank stock went from 65 to 65 cents. And I decided that this is not what I wanted to do anymore. And I started to do some research and say, what's my skill set? What do I have? And I have the gift of gab, I guess. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And from there, both my mother was in the staffing business and my sister was in the staffing business. So I took the leap of faith and went to work for somebody, learn the business. I mean, if you are going to do that, you're going to have to go backwards to go forwards. And once you go backwards to go forward, I think that that's a big thing that you have to definitely do. And I was able to go backwards and learned a whole new business. And here I am today with the staffing company and placing people on a daily basis. And that's my story.
No, that's terrific. Congratulations for your success in doing that. Would you say, and because you mentioned the crisis in '08 and '09, would you say that it is more important than ever for future professionals to really diversify their background, and what advice do you have for them?
Well, it's hard. That's a hard one because people ask me all the time, I want to switch careers. And I said, but you're a CPA and you've crunched numbers and audit. How are you going to go to be a salesperson? You don't really have that skill set. So one of the things that I would say to you is do your research. Make sure that your risk is calculated. That if in fact you're really going to pursue what you want to do and your dream, make it that it's a calculation and that you can mitigate your risk. And if you don't do that, you're going to have that issue. And my risk was pretty calculated and mitigated. And I think that I realized that my skill set, I had a deep network in the market that I was in, and I was able to take those relationships and put it into a new company, and that's really how I was able to do it.
It's a clever model. And lastly, the equities.com community consists of a number of entrepreneurs, CEOs of startups, small or mid-sized companies. What do you think, or what words of advice would you give those leaders on the type of talent that they should be attracting? How do they attract some of the smartest folks that are out there in a crowded market?
I think you have to be different. You have to be cool. You have to think outside the box. You know, you want to hire and you want to have somebody who wants to come in your company that you don't want to just work with, but you want to have a beer after work with. And I think that it's key to have a thinking outside of the box kind of mentality with your company. When we set my company up, I wanted to have something that was different, outside the box, a fun place to go to work. Not filled with the drama that you have at some of the companies. In Wall Street and in the recruiting world, it's filled with the drama, and it's filled with these people that are, it's like a Shark Tank, and I'm trying to build a wolf pack where we're together in a team harmony kind of place rather than a place that we want to eat each other.